Hey, very good morning to you. It is 8:33, Monday, October the 27th. Now, it just confused me because I'm looking at the two different clocks.
You're not mastered that yet, have you?
No, because the one in my eye line says that it's 9:34.
I should go and cover that.
And the one that's not in my eye line says it's 8:33. So, just vaguely confusing.
I think you make a very valid point. Right, I can understand one of the clocks being hour ahead, right? But I can't understand one of the clocks being 1 hour and 14 seconds ahead.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's too confusing at this time of the morning. Look, I've got a text from Sean who says, Jeff loves reading out a text message from the listeners, unlike other breakfast shows. Oh, thanks for that, Sean. We do. We love a text message.
Yeah.
Or
keeps them involved, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, because it's your show as much as ours. And you lot are all absolutely brilliant. The contributions are fantastic. And here's another one. He said, why don't we talk about Liverpool's £120 million flop Florian Wirtz? If that was a Manchester United player, the media would be hammering him, saying we've overpaid for him. But as it's a Liverpool player, he needs time to adapt. I get your point, Sean. My view is that he needs time to adapt.
Yeah.
But at the moment, he's miles off it, as Gabby would say. It's a crying shame.
It's interesting. The one player for me, I'm interested in Liverpool fans' thoughts. Actually, Curtis Jones is the one that's kind of impressed me in the last couple of games that I've seen them when they haven't been performing. But you watch Wirtz. And I watched them on Saturday night as well. And I obviously saw them on Wednesday where after they went one down, they were excellent, completely different performance. But I watched them on Saturday. And against that high tempo aggression, in your face football, I thought he struggled a little bit. But even when Liverpool had the ball, Jeff, I'm watching him. He floats ahead of Jones and Szoboszlai and plays in a wee 10 area, but behind the Brentford midfield and kind of in front of their back four, but he couldn't find any space. And I'm watching him, and it's not, to be fair to him, it's not through the lack of trying. He's looking for wee pockets, but they're just not there at this moment in time.
So is he at the moment a luxury that Liverpool can't afford, bearing in mind the run they're in?
Well, they're going to have to do something to change to get him on the ball, because he's not on the ball nearly enough. Even Salah, I was watching Salah as well. Now, the one thing about Salah and Gakpo, they give you width in that Liverpool front line. They definitely give you width. But I'm watching Salah, and I don't know whether it was under instruction or he just did it himself to try and get involved. Like sometimes when things aren't going well, you're not playing well as a player, you just want to get a touch of the ball, keep yourself involved. Now he came in off that right hand side. Now don't get me wrong, Conor Bradley went up, and kind of played in that position. But Salah came in maybe 10-15 yards and then kind of dropped into a wee pocket as well. So they're definitely struggling, I think, to get their top players on the ball against an organised back line, and it's something they're going to have to change or find a solution to.
Anyway, Sean, look, you don't want to hear us talking about Liverpool players. You're a United fan. You want to hear us talking about United. So here we go. Things definitely looking up at Old Trafford.
Manchester United 2, Sunderland 0, and the full-time whistle blows as you come to us on Ruben Amorim's 50th game as Manchester United manager. He celebrates with 3 points.
And Manchester United have inflicted a fourth successive defeat on the champions. They've won at Anfield for the first time since a solitary Wayne Rooney goal here back in 2016.
If you see our fans, and they are amazing, the way they even fight in the difficult moment when Liverpool is winning titles and we are suffering, to see them singing during the games and being here, it's so important.
Manchester United 4, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. It was a well-deserved win for the home side, but needlessly nervous. And I'm off for a sit-down.
What an upturn it has been since all the doom and gloom. United 4, Brighton 2. And my prediction of a top 4 place here are not looking so daft now. No. And look, what they have done, of course, I think there are still defensive frailties, and we saw it when Brighton, who'd been rotten, by the way, for most of the game, got back into it. Changed the goalkeeper. He looks a lot more solid. But it's the attacking output, isn't it?
Without
Cunha's been good, but I thought Mbuemo was absolutely outstanding at the weekend.
I do. I couldn't agree more. I agree with you. I think I really, really like Cunha. I have for a number of seasons now, Jeff. I think he's top quality. I really do. I think he's quality. And Mbuemo's now, I think he's got 3 in his last 2 games. Do you know what they've got? They've got a wee bit about them, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because, make no mistake about it, now, probably more than any time, it's quite a tough gig playing for United, right? Because you're not going into a side with Sir Alex where you're winning every week and things in the garden are rosy. You're winning championship, winning cups, and you're reaching the latter stages of the Champions League. That's, I think still a good bit away. But you're easier if you're a good player getting into that side than it is going into the United side right now. But Cunha has made a difference, and Mbuemo's definitely made a difference. Šeško, to a lesser degree, right? But the most important thing, I'll look at the 2 that I've mentioned. They look as though they can handle it. You know what I'm saying? They look as though they can handle playing for United. Højlund has left, and I wish him all the very best, and I think he'll go on and score goals, as he is doing, go on and score goals. But he looked as though he couldn't handle it. Those 2 that I mentioned look as though they can.
Yeah, I mean, 3 wins on the bounce. Even Sir Jim Ratcliffe was in the stands posing for selfies. Well, he wasn't smiling, but he was posing for selfies. Look, away to Forest, away to Spurs, the next 2 league games. They haven't got any European football.
It's a big help,
which is a big help for them in terms of playing. I mean, not financially. It's
no,
not
of course
help,
it's not.
But in terms of playing, what's the best they could realistically hope for?
Well, you said top 4, and I did laugh at you. I'm one of those ones that laughed at you, right? I did it because I could not see it. But again, you look at we're making this argument whether it's Scotland or England, whatever league we're talking about. You look at the major inconsistencies in teams around them. The Chelseas, the Tottenhams, even Manchester City, Liverpool. So if they do continue on a run and turn the corner, they could finish top 4. They actually could, and that would have staggered me, I need to tell you. But there definitely has been an improvement in the last 3 games. Obviously, the victory against Sunderland, which now, having seen Sunderland on Saturday, looks a better result than I thought it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously a couple of great results at Liverpool and one at the weekend.
Questions about Brighton defensively, by the way, as well. No clean sheet in the league this season, and they've got a couple of dodgy fullbacks. That's just my view. Nobody questioning Ruben Amorim's system now, by the way, is there? Well, it doesn't seem that way. Anyway, let's take a call, shall we? A very happy United fan. It's David. Good morning, David.
Good morning, David.
Morning, Ali. How are you? We made the long trek from Bucky to Manchester at the weekend again. Arrived back last night after a 2-hour delay on the flight, and it was brilliant. Atmosphere was absolutely brilliant. It was like going back in time. The singing was great. The crack was great. Everybody was up for it. And more importantly, the boys look like they're together again.
Well, there's my point, David. You made a great point. And I'd be interested to hear your travel, how you get down there, things like that. But I want to ask you about the football first. What is the difference, do you think, the last 3 games? I mean, we're talking about formations and all that kind of stuff, and nobody's moaning about the 3 in the back. Has the goalkeeper made a difference in terms of confidence throughout, particularly the defence and the rest of the team?
Definitely. He is calming. The 2 feet thing, Amarin's been speaking about it all the time in the build-ups. It doesn't matter where they give him the ball back, Ali. He clears his lines.
Yeah.
They're not trying to invite boys onto them. They're not trying to play that short ball. They did do it a couple of times, but 9 times out of 10, he was looking for the long balls. He was looking to clear his feet, let them build properly. Keane said last week, Cunha played like a man that hadn't been paid for 3 months. And Cunha ran himself into the ground. And Mbuemo ran himself into the ground. The goal goes in. Everybody celebrates. De Ligt is a captain without the armband, but he's backing Bruno up the time, blocking everything, charging across, diving in. There's nobody there now that's causing these problems. They're all wanting to fight for one another. If you've got that in a team, you will turn it round. And that's what's happening. The atmosphere, the energy, the positiveness, that's what it is. Switch off all the noise of the media. Everybody's been very quiet the last couple of weeks about systems and everything else. Just let the boys do what they're doing. We want to be winning leagues, but I think we'll get top 5, top 4 this season now, having seen them.
Brilliant, David. Let's just a quick one for you. Are you a better team with Harry Maguire on the team?
No, but I think Maguire's a great player to be part of the squad. We're a better squad with Harry Maguire there, and I think he's a great player to come in for the right games and certain games. I like the boy Euro. I think the boy Euro's got huge potential. The interesting question is, when Martinez comes back, is it De Ligt, Martinez and Euro? Is that your back three? Does Shaw then go to left wing back, or has he got the energy, the legs for it? Does Darlow stay there? The interesting thing, Amarin loves Mount. That's clear. Where does Mount fit in from there? But the two boys, Mbuemo and Cunha, if you look at Cunha, there was a great post on his wife's Instagram yesterday, and it was Cunha, and she said, where you've always wanted to be, darling, or words to that effect.
Brilliant. David, got to stop you there, but thank you very much indeed.
David.
Brilliant. By the way, which is what David says, I was impressed, the trek from Bucky to Manchester, and then he says the flight was 2 hours late. You can't call flying a trek. I just want to very quickly, next up, by the way, Forest away for United, and then a lunchtime trip to Spurs a week after that, which is live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Bang up against it time-wise. I just want to read out as best I can this text, although it's printed itself about 3 times, so it's quite complicated. Hi, Jeff. Not sure if you remember us. You gave us a shout on Soccer Saturday a few years back. Every year on the first Saturday of November, whoever scores the first goal from the 3 o'clock kickoff that comes up on the Sky Sports video printer, that's where we go for the weekend. The following weekend, there are 3 of us. It gives us a week to sort out travel accommodation, and if the team who've scored the said goal happen to be at home the following Saturday, tickets to the game, so on and so forth. We save £40 a month each from January, which gives us £1,200 to sort something out in a week. Well, next weekend marks our 10th anniversary, and I wonder if you were interested in mentioning the story on your breakfast show. To date, we've been to Doncaster, Blackpool, Forest Green Rovers, Milton Keynes, Wolves, which ended up being Stafford Rangers, who were great, Hibs, Sheffield United, Accrington Stanley and Aldershot. We've had some fantastic trips with some fantastic hospitality. You might recall it was originally a quartet, but sadly we lost one of our team to prostate cancer early in 2020. But we raise a glass to him every trip. So their 10th anniversary, first weekend in November. Haven't got the name of the texter, but we look forward to seeing where you're going to. It's the first team that scores on the video printer in the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Now, a month ago, we had former Liverpool striker Ricky Lambert on the show with the Reds playing poorly but winning games and sitting pretty top of the table.
Eventually, with the quality that we've got, it's inevitable that we're going to get a chance, but I'm hoping it's not going to be like that for too much longer and that we're going to start putting teams to bed earlier.
It's not quite worked out like that. 4 league defeats on the spin. Ricky will join us at 9 to discuss whether the title is slipping away. Plus, we'll kick off a brand new feature, McCoist's Magic Moments. And that was our look ahead with Travis Perkins.